When I tracked my daughter's phone to the airport, the gate agent said, "Your daughter already boarded the flight to Thailand 30 minutes ago." My face lit up with confusion standing at the counter. That's impossible. My daughter Tina is supposed to be in school right now. The gate agent's smile faded as she checked her screen again. Tina Riddler, 15 years old, boarded with her father 30 minutes ago on flight 871 to Bangkok. I gripped the counter. I'm her father. I'm right here. And Tina doesn't have a passport. The agent's face went pale. Sir, she had a passport. She went through security with an adult male who presented as her legal guardian. I was already dialing 911 while running toward the security office. My hands shook as I pulled up Tina's school attendance app. She'd been marked absent 2 hours ago. I'd gotten no call, no notification. Within minutes, airport police and TSA supervisors crowded into the security office. They pulled up footage from an hour ago, and there she was, Tina, my 15-year-old daughter, walking through security with a tall man in his 40s, both smiling, both calm. She was wearing the jacket I'd bought her last month. She looked happy. The security chief froze the frame on Tina's passport scan. This is a real passport, issued 3 months ago. I stared at the screen, my mind racing. I never applied for anything. The TSA supervisor was already on the phone. Flight 871 is still 30 minutes from leaving U.S. airspace. We can turn it around. My phone rang. Tina's school. Mr. Riddler, Tina's guardian called this morning with a family emergency. He knew her student ID, schedule, locker combination. Said he was her biological father, and you'd been keeping them apart. My legs nearly gave out. The detective who'd just arrived looked at me. Has Tina been acting different? Secretive? More time online? I thought back 6 months. Tina glued to her phone, defensive when I asked questions, smiling at her screen in ways she never smiled at me, constantly. But I thought it was normal teenage stuff. The detective pulled out his laptop. We need her passwords. I gave them to him. What we found made me sick. 6 months of messages with Dad Mike telling her I wasn't her real father, that he'd been searching for her, that I'd stolen her. He'd sent fake birth certificates, documents, photos. Tina had believed everything. I adopted her legally when she was 2. Her biological father signed away his rights. The detective's jaw clenched. He convinced her otherwise. And Dad Mike isn't one person. It's an account used by multiple predators. He turned the laptop toward me. The man on the plane is Pete Clement, 43. Warrants in 3 states. He specializes in convincing teenage girls their parents are lying. The TSA supervisor rushed back. Planes turning around. Landing in 40 minutes. More security footage appeared. Clement buying Tina food, giving her a new phone, having her sign paperwork. Every movement calculated. My daughter had been manipulated so perfectly that she'd walked onto an international flight with a stranger, believing she was meeting her real father. The plane landed 23 minutes later. I watched from the security office as armed federal agents boarded. Through the radio, we heard Clement trying to stay calm, heard Tina's confused voice asking what was happening. Tina Riddler and Pete Clement remained seated. The lead agent commanded. Clement tried to run. Agents tackled him in the aisle. Tina screamed, still believing he was her father, still thinking I was the one who'd lied. They brought her back to the airport in handcuffs as protocol required. When she saw me through the security office window, her face twisted with rage. "You found us! You couldn't let me be with my real dad." I stepped into the room and she tried to lunge at me. An agent held her back. "Tina, I am your real dad. I have the adoption papers. Your biological father left when you were 2. You're lying. Mike showed me my birth certificate. He showed me photos." The detective laid out the real documents. Tina's actual birth certificate, the adoption paperwork, photos of us from when she was 3, 4, 5. Then he showed her Pete Clement's arrest record. 6 other girls, ages 14 to 16. All of them groomed the same way. All of them convinced their parents were lying. Tina's face crumbled as the truth became undeniable. The federal agent read Clement his rights, while Tina collapsed in a chair, sobbing. "He said you'd show me fake documents. He said you'd try to trick me." I knelt in front of her. "I'm your dad. I've always been your dad." She looked at me with broken, confused eyes. I thought I was finally going to know the truth. Clement got 30 years. Tina's in intensive therapy now, working through what happened. Some days she won't look at me. Some days she apologizes until I tell her to stop. The phone he gave her is evidence now, full of manipulation I'll never let her see. We're healing, slowly, but she's home and safe, and that's all that matters.